A simple no would have been fucking fine. All right,
Wait,
Virgil,
I think
level
Stephanie
10.
can make it. Can you send the thing?
Oh, she can.
Yeah. Sorry.
We are really close to like another level up though.
Yeah, it cranked us like 3/4 of the way to 7.
Was that fight supposed to be like uber hard? Not that it
One
wasn't.
you had?
We were just really smart.
The one you had was supposed to be a minor inconvenience to drain your resources so I can kill you this session.
Good thing I don't have any resources anyways.
I'm saving up them feet points, man.
We should all just save up and get lucky.
Yeah.
It's Alex off.
Dare.
He's like, I swear to God.
Nah, I can't take that.
Oh, that'd be.
How could
that'd be
I
at the
roll a
most-
1 and kill myself?
Oh, I didn't talk about this with the group, but I heard another DM that has a homebrew rule where the DM rolls all the characters' death saves behind the screen.
Oh,
That way-
fuck
Yeah.
that.
That way, you guys know that someone's making death saves, but you have no clue if they're succeeding or failing.
I kind of like it. Makes it
I
more
thought it might
risky.
be kind of I thought it might be kind of neat because it could add more suspense where you guys are like you have no clue what's happening.
I could see. Okay, I can kind of see that being fun.
But I just wanted to see what you guys thought about it to see if people were interested in doing that.
I think the
Don't give
more
me a
you can
reason to
excite
yell
me,
at you if my
Alex, the
character
more
dies.
I'm good with it.
James's chances of survival.
Your wording
But,
is
What do you
interesting.
mean?
I don't know if this point was brought up, but I like to have my character.
The more you can get my little insides to tingle, Alex, I'm for it.
Well, the thing is, it's something that it's like everyone's
He went super serious with it.
like either everyone's down or we don't do it.
Oh,
I'm down.
If everyone else is down, I'm totally down.
I'm done.
I'm in.
Seems like everyone likes it, and James, you're kind of like if
I'm on the fence, but if everyone's down, I'm into it.
I mean
I'd rather do that than be the guy that fucked everyone's shit up.
I mean,
Okay, well,
Yeah,
you already
James,
have that
fuck.
role, so I mean, it's completely fine.
Wow, thanks.
I'm just
I'm glad I voted you. I'm glad I wasted my vote for you.
well. Now I feel bad.
No, I'm into it. I think I've been thinking about it actually. I think it's a good idea. It definitely makes it more urgent.
yeah, that's kind of what, and it's like you don't have that feeling of he's making death saves, but it's okay because he's like succeeded so many. I think it'd be kind of neat.
So when you a question about death saves, but not about the roll part.
Sure.
When you get back up, you lose your fails except for one, right? You keep one fail.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. You keep one fail.
So if you go down twice in the same fight, do you have two or just one?
We've been doing it where you only keep one
Okay.
for the day.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
'cause
I think
that'd
it might
be-
be a little bit too punishing for healers.
That's because it'd start out you 2-0. Like fuck, that'd be near impossible. Like you get one more fail, you fucking
Yeah.
it'd be horrible.
And I mean, I kind of like keeping things like.
I was just wondering what the rule was because I wasn't sure. Dreams Live.
I got a question for the group. I was gonna try to keep Alex out of this, but who here thinks the fiery one is Shane?
The what?
oh, the pyromancer.
Yeah.
No.
I think I thought Shane was living happily ever after.
I did too, but he still owed a fucking.
does the
Oh, that's right.
He owed a fucking demon.
His soul or something like a favor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the only thing that fucking got me was when those little fucking bastard little like fiery like spirits he said were like surrounding us. I'm like, that sounds familiar. I used to piss everybody off and I'd shoot those fuckers all over the place.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
I swear to God, Alex.
I've had plans for Shane forever.
I can't wait to get my hands around that motherfucker's neck.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean though. As far as
what was the deal with this whole fire and why we had to see him again? I was completely lost on that.
We're setting up a meeting for that old bitch.
The person who resurrected Asher,
What's her
Yeah,
name?
that old bitch.
Maman Tajira.
Mama. Yeah, it sounds like Mama.
Mama.
Malama Gama.
right.
Okay. Okay, because I was like lost when like we were going to see this person. I'm like, I have no idea what this is pertaining, but okay.
What's up, Stephanie?
Shup, girl.
Oh, hey, Stephanie.
Hey, hello.
Stephanie made it today.
I made it.
I didn't think we were gonna have.
Do we even know how to do that? Like set up or we decide the time and place then? Do we get any guidance?
No, just be like, yo, this person wants to meet you. Get in contact, and then we dip.
So yeah, we'll kind of touch on in the recap because it was like we ended it like right when we were about to get into it. Oh yeah. But yeah, you were just told to set up a meeting with this pyromancer. You met with this goblinoid individual who claims to have some kind of relation.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one you guys threw into the fire.
Yeah.
No, at least we helped her, you know. Kind
The
of.
goblin?
Yeah, kind of. You know, she has like superpowers now. Right?
You don't know. You don't
Right.
All right. All right. We got everyone here. Maybe we get started. I'll send a. Can someone copy the link for music and send it again for Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay. Other than
Oh,
that,
Dart is quick.
get started. Is my audio bleeding through?
Not that I can tell.
No.
Mm-mm.
All our headphones. Okay.
And he took
Okay.
it away.
A different
Yeah, no,
zone.
you shut off. Why are you so mean to me?
Don't take it personally. It's because
It's
I hate
personal.
you. All right. So last we left off. Oh no, is my mouse doing it again? No, we're okay. All right. Last we left off. The group traveled to Fog Peak in search of an individual known as the Pyromancer, as Maman Tajira wanted to reconvene with powerful witches and sorcerers around the land to discuss what she felt was a lack of balance within the Dark Six, feeling that there was a force of fury, a force of devouring that had thrown that pantheon off balance, as evidenced by the massive beast that attacked the sink. Making your way up north to this park, You trekked inwards after a brief encounter with some owlbears. You found a part of this, what at one point was a forest druid community that has since turned into a burned wasteland, the center of which there is this ever-burning oak tree. Upon reaching that area, you found a bunch of what looked like kind of disheveled druids, some people that were in makeshift prisons, as well as fire elementals. Upon meeting someone who looked like they had some position of authority, this very small goblinoid creature that was speaking directly into your minds with this very deep voice, referred to himself as the Burned One, seemingly recognizing Ezra as the one who, in his own words, created him. As when she threw him into the fire, he says that that's when he found the pyromancer and was reborn. So at this point, after saying his hello to Ezra, he's offered you...
Do we know the complete backstory of that, or just Ezra threw him in the fire?
It's funny because you left right before this happened.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting because Virgil, as we start our session, at this point, you would actually recall there was one day when the group went to the Goblin Caves a little bit before you, and you caught up later.
Uh-huh.
As you went there, you do recall a very badly burned goblin scurrying away, running past you.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, that was a small detail that I texted you about like 20 sessions ago.
I have to say, no, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I know. It wasn't a very meaningful interaction, but it was something where it's like, this happened, and you're like, okay. But with this individual who calls himself the Burned One, when he says that, you're kind of like, oh yeah, I vaguely recall seeing a very badly burned goblin
You were burned to
run
shit?
out of the cave. Yeah. At this point, he has just offered you the option, as he put it, to be reborn by fire. And with that, fire from the oak began to seep out and spill around you, and you are now in this ring of this molten liquid fire that has now encompassed you and trapped you in this circle with him.
Yeah, I've already been reborn this week, so I think I had my limit.
I
And
mean,
just don't burn to death.
yeah, I don't want to die.
He says, "Death is not of what I speak. I'm speaking of rebirth." And with that, the flames begin to grow. And as they grow taller and almost begin to become more violent, you feel like you see shapes, faces, and hear whispers coming from the flames.
I don't think
And
I
he-
want to do this, guys.
He continues,
Don't.
"For that is why you've come, is it not?"
Actually, we got a message for you.
With that, the flames begin to slowly die down.
Yeah. Ezra?
Yeah, Maman Tajira. Have you heard of that name?
He just looks at you blankly.
She's very powerful. She is a leader of another group of druids. She wants to meet with you. Seems urgent.
He says, I cannot speak on behalf of the pyromancer. But if this is as important as you say, I can relay word and set up a meeting between this Mammon that you speak of.
I like his cadence.
Perfect.
Also, this is a goblin, correct?
This is a goblin. His lips aren't moving. You just see these tiny yellow eyes beneath a hood, just kind of glowing in the darkness, just kind of lit by the flames. And you hear this voice from within your own skull.
So what
This
like
is a
drama?
goblin that goes like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Wow. That pyromancer does some shit. Crap.
Can I?
On the note, he did speak. Yeah, you can all hear this, and he did speak of how the pyromancer, in his own words, saved him from his savage and feral nature.
It's come a long way. Yeah, let's set up a meeting. What about tomorrow at the graveyard?
First,
No.
I would require a favor as a sign of good faith.
What do you need?
Just something small to show that you are truly loyal to the flames.
What does that look like? Virgil says in his voice.
Not but 3 nights ago, a star fell from the sky, not too far from here, on the other side of the Carbon Bluffs. That area is scouring with lizard men and other dangers. I sent some druids to go recover this object, as I suspect it has a connection to my home plane.
Okay.
Plane of fire?
Yes,
Okay. And it fell out of the sky?
that's correct. I would very much like to see a piece of this falling star.
I
If
mean,
you can
why
collect
not?
it for me, I will happily set up this meeting.
Sure.
How do we know you're doing this in good faith?
He says, I have nothing to gain or lose by your success or failure. I do not know of this Mammon that you speak.
You got me there.
You are asking for a favor. I ask for one in return.
Okay,
And we
fine.
can't go speak to the pyromancer directly.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, Snapples. 23.
23.
Oh,
That's right.
Damn. Rolling hot. Nice.
Okay. With that, he says, you may regret that decision, but if you wish to speak with the pyromancer directly, I can ask.
Hey,
Up to you guys. I mean, that's what we're here to do. Talk to the pyromancer.
yeah,
Sounds
he
like-
said you might regret it.
Yeah. Sounds like there's some kind of catch.
Probably have to make a deal with him or something.
Yep. That's what it sounded like.
I'd rather make a trade than a deal we're forced
Hmm.
into.
I agree.
With that,
Same.
the flames begin to waver and dance almost as if there's a strong wind that's blowing. And with that, you hear in a goblinoid voice a strange, breathy language that I don't believe anyone here has heard before. And with that, you watch as there are these darts of fire that shoot out of the flames surrounding you.
Like in a threatening way?
No, they went away from you.
Okay.
I say we take this deal. Let's go find this stupid thing that fell out of the sky and see what happens.
I agree.
Sounds like the best option right now.
Yeah.
And after a couple moments, you watch as these darting, shooting trails of fire from up the hill snake their way down quickly and reassemble with the flames. And as the burned one turns and looks at the fire, there's this breathy crackling sound, almost as if the fire itself and these chorus of faces and voices are conversing with him. He turns and says, "If you can retrieve this fallen stone of fire, the pyromancer will meet with your master, as well as meet with you, if that is what you wish."
Can I turn to him and I'm gonna ask him, "Are you the pyromancer?"
With that, you hear the kind of chuckle of a goblin from behind the hood. And he says, "No. I am her assistant."
Oh, it's a she.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I think we'll take the deal. And also, I'm really sorry about throwing you in fire. Didn't mean to.
He says,
Just trying to
"Don't
save
be.
you.
You did." And you see this very large, yellow, toothy grin. Like the teeth almost look like they're yellow with the edges of them almost look burnt with this black, either like filth or charcoal, or actually like the teeth have been burned. It's kind of a horrible sight.
Even the fire couldn't burn away and smile that bad.
Yeah, okay.
And with that, the flames towards the end just open.
Okay, I'm
Get out of
just
here.
walking away. Yeah.
Okay. Have a good day, Mr.
Do we know the direction of the star?
Said the bluffs, right? Past the bluffs?
It's
the
at the
carbon
other
bluffs.
side of the carbon bluffs.
Okay. Do we? Are there any vendors nearby? Anything of that sort? Near the camp? Little guy that trades and shit.
So if you want to look at the map, can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Bog Peak is a little north of the sink over here. These are the carbon bluffs. It is on the other side of the carbon bluffs. So you would either have to double back, go to the sink, go all the way to Fort Wallstrom, through this forest, or alternatively, you can try to get back through Mag City and go around this way.
Can't go over the carbon bluffs.
Are there paths?
You could attempt to just traverse the carbon bluffs themselves. It might not be, it might be the fastest way, but it may be treacherous. I mean, like this whole area is, to be honest, the other side of the bluffs are notoriously dangerous to begin with. So you don't exactly know.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to go back through Mag City. We always get hassled trying to get into that goddamn place.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we don't know how long this is gonna take. We have the other thing that we have to do.
What's the other thing?
Yeah, we gotta search for the old man.
Search for the sorcerer. I think was he a sorcerer? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was some old man or something like that.
He was a
closer-
collector.
Yeah, that's it.
That's closer to the sink, right?
Yeah.
That was in Fort Wallstrom.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we can
could
hit
do
that.
on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cool with it.
My
Okay.
only playing devil's advocate here. We
Play
could
it.
hit it. We could hit it on the way back if we go through and over the carbon bluffs. It wouldn't be the established routes to the other side, so we probably are less risk of being ambushed on the way down.
Ambushed by whom?
I don't know. Anybody waiting for people to go over there?
But what
Owl
about
bears.
weird? What about like mountain creatures?
Yeah, I guess we'd be trading.
Can we do that monster manual and see if we can find anything on like what we would expect going through there? See if there's any info on like creatures that are commonly seen there.
That
Good idea.
location.
Yeah, make a survival check, Hyde,
Okay.
with advantage.
Okay. Give me 1 second. That is 16.
16.
Yeah.
So you are somewhat familiar with this area as you spent some time in Fort Wallstrom with Asher.
Yeah.
You know that the two main concerns from the mountains are wyverns
Okay.
and manticores. Although the manticores are relatively rare, and that was more from your your first job with the Hunter's Hill. So maybe
Okay.
that was the only manticore. Maybe there might be more.
Okay. And that thing
generally-
seemed to be seemed to be modified, kind of, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was.
Okay.
Other than that, potentially you worry about if there's caves within the mountain that go deeper. There are potentially things for underdark creatures
Yeah. So you
that
didn't do
would
too
roam,
well last time.
especially at night.
Yeah. If there's nowhere to like take shelter, we could be in deep shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what you would know with that roll.
Alright. Well.
I kind of would prefer to go through the sink because we kind of know what we're expecting, but I wouldn't be against going through the carbon bluffs either.
You guys want to vote on it?
As a note, you had 3 days to complete that other job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should get to Fort Wallstrom.
We'll probably go to it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have the money to buy a cart or something? Horses? That way we're not walking the entire way.
If we wait till tomorrow, I can transport us. I can get a car for us.
That damn staff.
Damn staff. Now we're stuck on foot, I think.
I'm up for walking. Might as well make our way. How long will that take us to get to Fort Wallstrom?
Walking?
Yeah.
From where you're at,
Day and a half or so?
it's probably in the afternoon, so you could probably spend the rest of the day to get to the sink,
Uh-huh.
and then it'd be probably from there about an 8-hour journey on foot to Fort Wallstrom.
I mean, we could just get to the sink and then tomorrow we leave to Fort Wallstrom. We'll cut that
Yeah.
down to like a 2-hour trip, if that.
So I figure we just head out now, then we'll camp out for a night, and then, yeah, get us get that card thing spell in the morning.
Well, yeah, if we just go back to the sink, we go to camp.
Well, yeah.
Hey, where did we run into that Bulette thing? That fucking creature that dug a hole into the truck.
That was a little
The-
north of where you're at. That was in the plains leading to Mag City.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's just head there to the sink, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys good with
Let's
that?
start the trek.
So, with that, you begin walking your way out of this sort of ramshackle treehouse village. Fira, again, it's a little daunting for you because this definitely, at one point, was a forest circle that was here. You can recognize some of the landmarks from your earlier years. I would like you to make a perception check, Fira.
I got 12.
12. Okay. As you're walking out, once again you notice there are some individuals that look like they're dressed in kind of a typical Druidic attire. Much of it is covered in soot and ash. And there are tattoos and markings that symbolize a shift from paying homage to the forest to that of wildfire. There are a number of prisoners as well in these burnt wooden cages at various stages of being alive. There are a couple that are charred bodies that are just there, and there are a few people just kind of cowering in these small cages. They're kind of scattered throughout the village, some hanging from trees. The cages are hanging from trees. In the distance, you maybe count from where you're at about 4.
I see these as well.
Yeah, you all would. You saw them on the way in.
Can we go talk to the prisoner?
Okay. I mean, there's many.
I'll just go talk to one.
Okay, just the closest one on the path.
Yeah.
I'll go with him.
And observe what kind of see what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
See what I'm
So-
seeing.
As you approach, there is this once again, this almost charcoal structure. It looks like it should be brittle, but it's almost like the wood itself has been heated to a point where it's petrified and blackened. That's making up this cage-like structure. The closest one is just one that's on the floor on the path ahead to your left. As you look inwards, there appears to be maybe she looks like she's in her 30s or something like that, but she appears to have some elven blood, so you never really know. But youngish woman, just in furs and druidic cloths that are once again covered in ash and soot. She looks somewhat emaciated, just kind of sitting cross-legged, and as you approach, she begins to back away from the cage.
I want to reassure her by putting my hands up and say, "Peace."
She says, please, you will do me no favors by talking to me.
And perhaps you can talk to me.
She looks around nervously, and she just says, please, Go. They have my daughter.
Who has your daughter?
The Circle of Wildfire.
Why do they take your daughter?
They tried to assimilate all of us, and some of us chose to rebel. Others tried to run. Derlin made a public statement against the pyromancer, and I haven't seen him since.
Berlin? Wait, how recent was this?
2 weeks, maybe more. I was thrown in here at that time. Some of us tried to get away.
Are you all in cages because you would not assimilate?
Some of us are. Others were made an example of, and some got away.
What does it mean to assimilate?
Well, they undergo some kind of ritual. They call it the kindling. Just please. And with this, you hear this crackling of wood and these two slow streams of just rolling fire begin to move laterally towards your direction, and then shoots up in this column of fire with this vague face where you see these points that almost make eyes and a mouth, where the fire grows a little lighter as this fire elemental is now just standing in front of you, wavering.
I want to not approach this fire elemental, but meet its gaze, eyes to eye, with a little bit of shimmering brightness in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And without breaking eye contact with it, I speak to the woman in the cage. Stay hopeful, child. And then I return to my party.
Okay.
Before I leave, I'll tell her, don't worry, we'll try to find a way to get your daughter back. We'll be back. And I'll go back to the party too.
And before you can finish that thought, right as Virgil leaves and this elemental is moving closer, she just screams, "Get away! Get away! I don't know you! Get away!" And you're kind of taken aback by this sudden ferocity, and in her eyes, you almost sense this feral nature. And with one last glance, there's this look of sorrow and desperation. And you get the sense by you being here talking to her, you're potentially making it worse.
Okay, I'm returning to the party. And then as I approach the party, I relay what Fear and I have just learned. And you can see that Virgil is kind of, he's angry right now. He's holding back some serious rage. And he just says to no one in particular, that goblin does not know what it means to truly burn.
Aversion.
He's kind of ignoring you a little bit, kind of just more looking to the distance, rage-filled.
Now is not the time, Virgil.
Ezra, as Virgil and Fira were having that conversation, currently your party is alone. You're kind of being watched by druids around you in these odd elemental beings. But you feel multiple presences around you. Similar to the way that you felt in the graveyard.
Yeah.
It just kind of constantly feel like the hair on the back of your neck is just like standing up. And even though for the most part there's nothing in your vicinity, you feel like there are tens of beings around you. Just watching.
I think we should leave.
Okay.
Okay. You guys make your way out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, you move out of this burnt aspect of the forest and back into Fog Park. And after walking for about 30 minutes, you feel like you're clear of that settlement. And once again, back in the woods.
So that's all growing, right? That the burned lands.
Is it spreading?
I thought it, as we were there, it spread up towards us.
That was just in a very localized area. The whole settlement itself looked pretty stable.
Yeah, say if that was spreading, then sure we're not the only ones that would have noticed it.
It's very odd. It's like this perpetual smoldering forest fire that is somehow perfectly contained within that area. It's like you're stepping from a forest into a burned wasteland and back out into an untouched forest.
Okay.
In fact, it's pretty notable for you, Daru, as right as you step out of the precipice, the grass and weeds and brush around you just begins to curl around you.
All right. Well,
Damn it, that.
I take out the torch that Virgil gave me, and I just light it on fire.
Okay, you watch as Daru just pulls out a torch and it...
Wave it towards my feet as I walk.
Okay. As you do, the fire itself almost lashes out like an angry dog. And it does burn away some of this brush, but the brush is persistent and it's still gripping you. And your movement is halved.
Okay.
I need to carry you again.
I mean, we could just move a little bit slower.
We want to get back to the same tonight, Daru.
If you're not moving at a quick pace, Daru, you can attempt to keep up, but I'm going to need some athletics checks.
From me?
Yeah.
Okay, shit.
Have any of you ever seen anything like this?
5.
5? Okay. Keeping up okay, but you're risking getting to a point where you're going to get exhausted. So there will be some future checks as your travel continues. So for now, you're keeping up.
Okay.
Alex,
With high steps.
would I've known like about these sort of magical moving weeds?
Yeah, I mean, as a druid, you know of spells that can create an effect like this, but for whatever reason, it seems that there's something about Daru that just the woods themselves are reacting to.
It's only affecting him.
Yeah.
Oh. I tell Hyde. I know about some spells, but I don't know why. It's only reacting to not to
Yeah,
everyone else. Like,
seems almost like a light curse.
Hmm.
I'm wondering, hey Daru, I'm wondering if that thing we messed with was some kind of grave.
That raven place.
Yeah.
I also tried to hit.
Was there any writing on it?
You don't remember.
There was a big stone there. I don't think I could move it or do anything to it. I touched it though.
Okay.
Those
All
people
right,
in
well,
those
find out
cages,
what's going on.
do you think they were part of the old circle?
I don't recognize anyone in particular, but the lady did say that Derlin was here. And I have this feeling that we need to help them.
Maybe if we get this Firestone, we can negotiate for more than just a meeting. We might be able to get some of them freed. Seems like he's got pretty high value on this thing.
Well,
Right.
maybe we should let Mama know and have her talk to the Pyromancer about it.
Yeah, have them do the talking and negotiating.
Yeah.
Virgil, I know how mad you are. I've seen my own people in cages before too. I didn't like it. So I know where you're.
Yeah, Virgil is just silent, listening. Rage quelling down now, but just listening.
Try to keep your head focused. We'll figure something out.
So, at this point, the sun is beginning to set, and you make your way, let's say, past the precipice of the woods to where you have a clearing, and you can see the sink in the distance. Daru, I'd like you to make one last athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Can I help him?
That.
No.
Damn it.
9.
9.
Oh no.
Okay.
Starting off good.
So you make it out of the forest, but Daru, at this point, you are exhausted.
Yeah.
Your legs are burning. It's
Like
to the point where your muscles ache so much that you feel physically ill. You feel sick. And your legs are just jelly.
As soon
Your
as-
calves burn.
As soon as we get to the clearing, I just go to my knees and crawl myself forward a little bit
Yeah.
and just like
Good.
lay down.
Okay.
Daru.
Daru just kind of collapsed on the ground. You do suffer a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you'll pick him up.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I'd make a strength check.
All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Come on, screen load.
As just roll a d20.
Okay, I did. So I got a natural 11, so plus 4, so 15.
Okay. So after a brief bit of resistance,
Mm.
you're napping. As Hyde pulls up Daru, and you watch as these vines that have grown out of the ground break
Okay.
as they've tried to wrap themselves around Daru
They
as he
just
went to lay
might get
down.
enough of you.
I wonder if I'd slowly get buried alive.
That's
I
what I
just
was
laid
thinking. If
there.
you stop, like, is it just gonna absorb
I
you?
wouldn't mind it.
Probably trying to kill you.
We're going all the way to the sink tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Oh God. Okay.
It's about 2 more hours.
Didn't we get ambushed on this road before?
No, that was the other way.
Okay.
We should be fine.
Until now. Roll initiative, fuckers.
I request to be princess carried again by.
Okay.
I'm ready to jump down.
All right.
Hyde, give me another strength check. Just d20 plus
Bareback.
10 total.
10 total. Okay. That is exactly the DC you needed to princess carry Dara all the way without getting exhaustion. So it gets to a point where it is less of a princess carry, and he actually switches it to a fireman carry.
Yeah.
It's odd, Hyde. Daru seems very dense. Like
Sand heavy.
a lot
I'm so
heavier than
Yeah.
he looks.
The hell have you been eating?
And it's strange as you're
Nothing.
touching him, your shoulder and your hands are beginning to kind of go numb
Oh.
as
As I like shake my hand, like trying to fucking get it to stop.
you kind of shake it. It's almost like if you're touching something that's just been like resonating or vibrating at like a really high frequency, and it kind of
Yeah.
Commander.
gives you like that like funny bone kind of feeling. It's odd when you, as you're kind of holding Daru over your shoulder, your shoulder's kind of getting kind of numb. It's a little odd,
Okay. I'll tough it out for.
but yeah, you can tough it out.
Yeah.
But sure enough, after not but a short jaunt, it's now well into the evening, and you are once again back in the sink.
Okay. I'll put Daru back down.
Okay,
Thank you.
Daru, sweet cobblestone.
Yes.
As I'm like fucking with my shoulder, like, god damn it. Like, it's fucking
That's
weird
alright.
feeling.
Well, I'll have to get that fixed somehow.
Get what fixed?
This plant problem.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant the, yeah, never mind.
What time is it?
At this point, it'd be about 8 or 9. You're all very hungry, very tired.
Ezra?
Let's
Fira?
get
Yes?
some food, and we can go back to our apartment and
Sure.
sleep.
So we'll have a long journey tomorrow.
Okay.
Start walking.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys want to just get some food and turn in for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, unless anyone wants to do something.
After we get food, I'm gonna ask. Hey, Kira,
Yes.
can you give me directions to your guys' apartment from here?
You're not coming with us?
I just wanted to know.
Okay. So I pull out a pen, write down in his hand. Don't
Okay.
forget that.
I want to go to the race car people.
Okay.
I'll go.
I was gonna sneak off after we
Oh, you're
ate.
sneaking
Don't.
up. Okay. Yeah.
Make a perception versus stealth.
Okay.
All right, who's dead?
Well, maybe Asher.
Depends on this roll.
Jesus Christ.
19.
Okay, that's a 6.
27.
That's a fail. No.
Jesus.
James dies. Yeah, so Asher, I mean, Hyde does a pretty good job keeping an eye on you. That's seems to be his primary goal. But you also know that he tends to keep an eye on you. So you wait for a good moment for you to get away. And sure enough, you slink away into the night, and Hyde doesn't notice you're missing for about 10 minutes, which is just enough time for you to get to Hunter's Hill. So what are you doing when you get there?
I want to knock on the door.
You go over to the manor?
Yeah.
Okay. You knock on the door. And with that, you, after but a short while, you see the familiar face of the butler, half-elven gentleman who answers the door. Yes. Oh, you are the lovely mercenary that aided us with the original issue that Mr. Spinelli had been having. What can I do for you, young man?
I was wondering if I could talk to your main engineer.
That would be Cheryl. He's actually still out on the track.
Is it okay if I go over there?
Sure. By all means. It's actually back out that way. There's an opening in the gate over there. It's open now.
Thanks. I would like to do that.
Okay. With that, it just kind of closes the door on you. You make your way back out, back actually into the track. With that, you see the track is lit up at this point, and you see this individual wearing a black polo t-shirt tucked into some khakis with a cowboy hat on, and he's got what looks like a timer. And there, you see as one of the vehicles, the speed elemental is making its way around the track, and you see Mikey standing next to him.
So I'll go up to them.
Goes, what can I do for you, young man?
So, when I was one of the guys that helped get the plans and
Yeah. I'm watching a lap. What you got? Spit that shit out.
Oh, I couldn't help but looking at your designs, and I was wondering if maybe I could help, like, with some of this, like car design stuff.
Do you have any experience in the industry?
No, but I'm also like a child, so.
Okay, so that's 2 red flags. Look, kid, I mean, I'm going to level with you. These are Spinelli, and with that, he kind of stops and hits his lap as the car just zips by. And with that, he pulls out this radio. He just goes, "Hey, Jimbo, take a bit easy on the brakes out there, all right? It's getting dark." And he says, with all due respect, young man, these are Spinelli crafted automobiles. They're pretty damn perfect. I can't imagine there's much you could do to improve them. Now, if you're looking to compete, that's a different matter entirely.
What do you mean compete? Like race?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get back to the top. I need drivers.
Oh, I've never driven a race car before.
Well, it's got less to do with experience and more to do with just balls. We actually have a workaround for the experience part. You see, and with that, he hands the lap timer over to Mikey. He says, old man Spinelli spent his whole life chasing perfection. On the track, in his designs, also in his drivers. And with that, he walks over to a small kind of easy up area where there's this kind of quick tent with a kind of fold up table underneath. And as he goes over to a table, you see the stack of books. And he says, he commissioned this arcane book that actually has all the memories of the greatest of Spinelli's drivers. So there's about 150 years of professional driving experience in about an 8-hour read.
Really?
Yeah.
You're saying I can be a professional driver?
No. Look, kid, you seem real nice, and for sure, I mean, your group's got the balls, but you'd have to be willing to risk your lives for a small chance at glory.
Oh, I wasn't talking about anyone else.
Well, I've got 2 cars. I need a team of 6.
Why?
Well, because within each car, you have a team of 3.
Oh. Okay. What if my group wanted to try it out?
Make a persuasion check.
Do you answer reluctantly?
I'm gonna do some racing. I want to race.
That's a 13.
Your NASCAR pit crew member.
He kind of looks at you, says, have you ever been to the God races?
No.
Do you even know what the God races are?
I assume it's a racing competition.
Yeah. Have you ever... See, kid, I'm having a hard time explaining exactly what it's like to harness a machine of this power.
I mean, I saw the specs. I know the power.
He says, specs got nothing to do with it. And with that, he just kind of looks out into the... the distance. And he just goes, there's a point around 7,000 RPM where the car fades. Just becomes a body moving through space and time. And that's when it hits you. It asks you a question. The only one that matters. Who are you?
So is that a yes or a no on the...
Oh, that you look, and he looks like he just completely started daydreaming.
I thought this was a commercial for Ford.
Right?
Did we just get sponsored by them?
And with that, he looks back over to you and just goes, look, kid, we all saw what you did in that factory.
Thanks.
You guys got some acorns on you, and I appreciate that. If I'm being honest, we don't have the pick of the litter when it comes to professional drivers. But if you've got some spell slingers, some people that can aim, some people with balls, and maybe 1 or 2 that hit pretty damn hard, I could maybe whip you all into shape.
I can aim.
All right, well, if this is something you want to do, we got a couple months of R&D, maybe a couple weeks before our first race, but this is something you're serious about, maybe catch me in a week or so.
Do you have any like info or like something I could do, like research?
Here. And with that, he pulls out this small little handbook and hands it to you. It actually appears to be a rule book from a race that happened about 3 years ago, called the La Preve. Um, what languages do you speak, Asher?
Asher speaks. I call in Elvish, but these can't.
Okay. Yeah. So as you thumb through it, it looks like a rule book for a race. That should just find you should find the basics of the sport there, the rules, and maybe you should be able to sort of deduce some strategies from that. Other than that, I'll teach you everything you want to know. Anything you know before that will be a bad habit, and you'll have to forget anyways.
Okay. Thanks.
He just kind of gives you a nod.
And I'll leave.
And he just kind of turns around, and you hear him yelling something. It appears to be in Gnomish. And as he does, he watches the vehicle begins to spin out, and it begins wildly spinning out of control. And then it looks like it's actually headed a little bit towards the tent that he's at. And he keeps shouting the same word over and over again in Gnomish. And all at once, the vehicle just kind of like buzzes and shifts, and then disappears, and it's back on track.
Oh shit!
Cool.
What was that word?
That's Gnomish for phase. We call it phasing.
I don't know what was the word though. How do you say it?
It's called Baggerat.
Baggerat?
Baggerat.
Baggerat.
No. But Baggerat.
Baggerat.
Bag.
Bag.
Gur. Rat.
Baggerat.
Sure.
Cheeseburger.
I'm gonna write it in the book
Okay, you read it in the book.
with the question mark.
A fucking Pink Panther like Jacques Clouseau moment.
And then I'm gonna use the directions written on my hand to.
I mean, you've been around the sink enough, and you're a fucking ranger. You've got a pretty good sense of where Fira and Ezra's apartment is. You've been there before. You can make your way, no problem.
I just want to make sure I had that.
Yeah, it helps. But for the most part, you know the way. So as that was going on, is there anything that the rest of you want to get done?
I'm gonna get food.
You guys want to get some
Gonna go
food?
for the
Are you
food.
because you have food at the apartment? Are you just eating regular stuff, or are you trying to celebrate?
I just eat regular stuff. I don't think we have anything to celebrate yet.
Okay, not celebrate, but if you guys like,
I was gonna say I'll pay.
if you're
for it.
spending
You
money
guys had something.
to treat yourself versus just eating what's available.
Yeah, I'm going to get the cheesy egg bread.
I don't need any food, guys. I'm fine.
I'll pay for you if you get hungry.
Virgil's just gonna go meditate in a room.
Okay.
And I think he's gonna try to strongly commune with Rizel.
Okay.
Strongly try, I should say.
Okay.
I'll go with y'all to get food if we're. Wait, what the hell?
Okay. So how many people are eating?
You know,
I'm eating at home.
yeah, I'm kind of craving a homemade food.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until I get back to the apartment to see if I can move shop at Esprit and Fira.
Okay. Sure. So Darwin Hyde go out and get some food. Kind of first time for you guys doing a solo outing together. Is there anything that comes up as that happens?
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Virgil says hide for me, so I was
Yeah, they both say
just
hi.
for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was all me.
Yeah, hide. Did you? That thing that came out of the ground and attacked this place. That's not connected to you at all, is it?
Not that I know of. I was kind of wondering if you guys had any insight on that thing.
I mean, Maman Tajira, She said it's because something was angry. And
So I don't think it has anything to do with me.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah. I could try. Well,
Hey,
yeah,
while
I
we're
don't know
gone, we
if
should
we
get a.
want, I don't know if we want to track it, but
Oh, I would not want to do that. No, that's pretty scary.
yeah, that thing seemed pretty dangerous.
As he's mentioning this,
Mm-hmm.
you do get a very cold chill down your spine, and you have no idea what happened in the sink.
Yeah.
You've no reason to believe it has anything to do with you. But it does make you think of the beast from the Grove.
Yeah.
Just him talking about if this thing has any connection to you, it makes you think of the questions you still have in regards to what the original monster you saw was. And just the sheer... you've seen some pretty impressive beasts. You've taken down some pretty impressive beasts, especially with your tribe, or with your herd, But the magnitude of what you saw in the Grove was like world...
As big as a fucking city.
World ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
There actually is something I wanted to talk to all of you about. I seem to have lost control of my ability to choose whether or not I shift into this other part of myself. Usually I had control whether I could choose to go that far, but I seem to have lost that ability now.
Do you think that's dangerous for all of us? Should we buy some extra food for you?
I'm unsure right now. That's why I'm keeping so much meat around.
Mm-hmm.
But if what I saw in the Grove is any insight into that, if it gets to a point where I feel it's a danger to you guys, I may separate from you.
Well, if that's what has to be done, I'm sure everybody would be willing to find out what it is before it gets to that point.
I hope I can find out before it goes that far, but yeah, I'm still baffled at what I saw. But whatever it was that attacked us at that game was nowhere near the size of it. I was actually curious about if maybe you guys had an idea on what that was that came after us. What had attacked the city?
We can ask everybody else. I've never seen anything that big.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought it was like the thing that attacked us on the road, but that wasn't as big as whatever the hell it was.
No.
Same style of attacks though, coming from underground.
Maybe that was the mother.
Would be kind of bad, didn't? If we killed the child.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we kind of killed the little one.
Maybe the water around Ezra's house will deflect our scent if this thing's still around. I think.
Hopefully.
Maybe we'll be good.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what's brewing under this city. Something like that doesn't look like it happens every day.
Yeah. We should try to get out of here as quick as possible.
Yeah.
My choice is go back to Mag City, but maybe Fort
They're
Wallstrom.
so strict about letting us in that place, though. That's the only thing I don't like, is having to fucking take a chance of getting caught up on something stupid trying to get in there.
Yeah, I guess we're all Sinkites now.
You would know, Dara, you would know this. To become essentially a citizen, to like a permanent citizen of Mag City, or at least get permanent access to the city, what most people do is they just undergo a credit check, where if you can show that you have a certain amount of money, you actually just get essentially a document that provides you a year of citizenship to Mag City. Most of the denizens of the Sink are essentially those that are in debt, or those that have defaulted on loans and like have committed the crime of financial delinquency, as the sovereignty would put it.
Okay, that's pretty fucked up.
It is.
Well,
D&D redlining.
We've worked for people like Spinelli's. Maybe we can move to Mag City someday. Anyways.
Okay. So, you guys get your food. If there's nothing else you wish to discuss, is there anything that anyone else is doing before the night comes to a close?
When we get back to Ezra's house, if the kid's not there yet, I want to sit by the door like quietly and just wait for him to walk in.
He would be there.
Oh, he would be there already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The kid has a name.
I'm just gonna fuck with him a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Ezra. Hey, Ezra.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Ready to do some work? I just realized we have like a whole bunch of Hydra blood. We
shit.
could probably make something from it, or at least distill it
Yeah, can we make anything from it?
before it goes bad.
Can we pull out the book and look at if we can do anything with it? Or do you
At
know
the very
anything that we can do?
least. I don't, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
And
I'd like both of you to make an alchemy check.
Okay. What is alchemy check?
Intelligence proficiency.
15.
22.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Between the two of you, you get the sense that this would be an augment, which means this is something that would enhance a pre-existing recipe. It's not necessarily something you're going to find a recipe with. That being said, it's only going to be compatible with certain recipes.
Is it like a base or
No, it's an additive.
it's an additive?
So there's the
okay, got
base,
it.
the aspect, and then the
And
additive.
the additive.
So it
okay.
can be refined into a certain level of additive.
It probably is a certain level of additive already, and you could probably try to refine it further.
Ooh.
You do know that, especially for the sake of preserving things, the Hydra blood itself, you don't know how much you could try to preserve at this point because it's been a couple days.
Yeah.
But with that check, also you would know that what most alchemists will do is they'll actually separate it out into the plasma itself, which in theory has a longer shelf life, especially if you keep it refrigerated, and a product called coag granules that's more of just a refined powder of the actual cells, like the dried out like blood cells.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm up for some.
Okay, I'm gonna
Are you guys trying to
pop
distill
on my
these?
glasses.
You're trying to distill these materials?
I pop on invisible glasses.
How much
Yeah.
Hydra blood do you have?
10 vials.
10 vials? Okay. Go ahead and roll. Both of you roll an alchemy check again.
Okay. 19.
19.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, let me see here.
It's the glasses. It makes us
Who-
big in the
who's-
sink.
Yep.
So we'll say, Daru, you'll be working on refining this into. Well, you guys will both be doing it together. So we'll say.
I'll have Cecil help us do menial things, like hold the flaming hot vial
Okay.
or something.
So you have 7 vials of hydroplasma, and 6 vials of hydrocoag granules.
Ooh. I have to look at the inventory.
So this so based on what you think it could do, you would kind of have to think about what it is the Hydra does and kind of extrapolate that as to like what potions you could potentially make.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh,
Good job,
I'm
Daru.
exhausted.
You did
Good
it.
job.
And I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
High five Cecil and go to bed.
Okay. As you guys take the rest for the evening, you can remove any points of exhaustion.
Did my meditation yield anything?
We'll get to that.
Oh.
Because actually no, because this would happen before. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier, Virgil.
Wisdom?
Yes.
21.
21. Okay. What is it you are attempting to reach out for?
I think my underlying reason. You want to know my underlying reason?
No, like what are you feeling as you reach out?
Rage and focus.
Okay. So, as you focus on this feeling of anger that you have, it mutates and changes, not into anger, not into rage, but into wrath. You feel thousands of lesser beings slaughtered at your feet. And you feel the exhilaration of that feeling. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. 20 unnatural.
20. Okay. As that feeling begins to take over, you don't make any contact per se with Rizel, but you feel as though you can feel what it is she's feeling at the moment, or at least somewhere in her past.
I almost want to force her to show up to see me face to face. If I can.
Just make a straight charisma check. This will be a contesting charisma check.
Charisma. So what I roll plus my charisma modifier?
Just the modifier.
So I rolled a 14. So that's 21.
Okay. As you shrug off that feeling, you get a feeling of maybe in the back of your mind, you have that little feeling of maybe I should stop. As you feel that there is resistance to what you're trying to do. And you push past it. Or do you wish to push past it?
Yeah, what I have to see, I want to see her face to face.
Okay.
And I'm my blood's boiling right now, so but I'm
Okay.
keeping composure.
As you do, your vision goes dark, and you feel your arms grow slack. And within this darkness that you find yourself in, there is an explosion of radiant fire and light as Rizel's burning image is seared into your mind. And it's blinding, and yet you cannot look away. And with that, this ominous, ever-present voice in your head just says, I am not a being that you can summon at your whim, Virgil.
What does she look like?
With this, it's difficult to see. I can actually show you.
You can fucking what?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll bring it up in time.
Oh, you bitch. Okay.
But she says that, seemingly not pleased that she's just been summoned by you.
My arms are limp. Can my legs work?
No, you're just locked in a screen right now.
So no movement whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't feel like you're inside your own body.
Okay, whatever gaze I'm portraying, I'd like to keep her gaze and lock gazes with her and emanate my wrath toward her.
Okay.
And not, you know what I mean when I say toward her, like she knows that I'm
Mm-hmm.
a little bit furious here. And I say to her, I have shown you the power of mercy. And in turn, I have found those who have none. You wish to display your power, Rizel. And I wish to display my own heart. I believe that when I come across those who do not obey the act of mercy and compassion, they need to be removed. What I offer is that you allow me to distinguish those who have no right to this world, and I will show your power so that they will know the name.
At this point, before you can finish, there is a wave of heat and light from her direction.
She's beautiful.
And with that, you feel tiny in her presence.
I don't want to shrink, though. I want
You don't feel like you can. It's odd. You don't feel like you're inside of your own body at this point.
No, I mean, I don't want to emanate fear. That's what I'm trying to say.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I want to show how serious I am to this woman's. 19.
19.
Roll
Okay.
17.
Despite the initial how offset you are by this interaction, you stand strong and you do not shrink away at what would absolutely leave most mortal men just shitting in their pants. And she says, "The right? Do not speak of me, of a right. You mortals are so discontent, so holier than thou and self-righteous. You do not understand true darkness. You have not seen the horrific realities of the world.
I have fought back demons and devils and darkness that would drive you mad just by the mere sight.
Then I ask, you allow me to fight my own demons, just as you have fought yours.
She says, Virgil, you fail to understand the nature of the relationship. You and I are being punished by some sadistic deity. Our fates, for whatever reason, are twisted together. If you ever try to bend my will or summon me if I do not wish to be summoned, I may have to take a more hands-on approach with my influence over you.
Okay, so then I'll say, what I offer is a partnership, Rizel. If you do not want that, and then I have my arms outstretched, then you can try.
She says, I do not partner with something that is beneath me. I give you power. If you do not want it, that's too bad. And with that, the image of her just shrinks rapidly into a tiny candlelight and explodes into blinding light. You take 2 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And as you feel that your eyes have been seared, and there's actually a burning sensation around in a band-like distribution around the front of your face. And it leaves you breathless right now.
Okay. Is this the end, or am I still here with her?
You feel that she is gone.
Okay.
It takes about a minute for your vision to come back to you. But you get the sense that there may be consequences for reaching out to her unless there's a very, very good reason from her point of view.
This bitch is so complicated. Okay.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything before you finish out your rest?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alex, isn't there like a barcode or some shit on me?
There is.
Where is it?
On your wrist.
On my wrist. Okay, so it's somewhere I can see. Okay. I was just wondering. I've completely spaced about that until just now.
Hey Shane, what? Whoop. Hey Hyde. Why do you have a barcode on you?
I don't actually know on that one. And I had it as long as I can remember. I don't really know. I didn't think about it till now, till looking into it.
Product number 2.
Run, we didn't really have a bunch of technology and stuff like that, so I just didn't really pay much attention to it. Being that we're getting around stuff like this, I don't know. Maybe we could look.
As a note, Daru, as this is happening, you watch as Hyde stops in his tracks, and his trail of thought kind of just his thought trails off.
Mm-hmm.
Hyde,
yeah.
Now that you're thinking about it, it's odd. Your memory on this issue seems jumbled, because you do remember having it for most of your life.
Yeah.
But now that you think about it, you swear that you don't remember it when you were a child.
Okay.
Even though somehow in your mind it's a confusing topic to even approach. As anytime you try to think about it, you lose your focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actively something, there's like a block in your mind and you
That's
can't
weird.
focus on it. But as Daru's kind of pushing you on this, you're thinking, there are memories that I have with my mother and with my brother where I did not have this until you went to do your wandering, which is where when the men of when anyone in the herd reaches a certain age, they're meant to go out and explore and just live on your own.
Yeah.
And now that you think about it, you think you came back with it.
Okay. Shit.
So Dar, you just see how I'd kind of like stop and get confused for a second and just almost lose his train of thought, and you get a sense that he's kind of a little spaced out right now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bring up such a rough subject.
Oh no, it's just never mind. It's not a rough subject, just confusing is all. Trying to find the memory of when I got it. It seems to be kind of blurred out.
And Hyde, that is very confusing to you.
Yeah.
As far as you know, you don't have any missing time at any point in your life, but for whatever reason, there's something about this barcode that's completely gone.
Sounds familiar.
You have stuff like that in your memories that you just can't remember, like, or that's something that happened to you?
Until recently, yeah. At least parts of it. But I don't have I got a lot more scars than I realized. I don't have any barcodes.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. I don't know why I forgot about it till now. I guess we've just been caught up with everything else.
Everything else is a lot.
Yeah. Wonder if there's any way to look into it.
Well, never mind.
I relayed to him like what you said as to where I did the wanderer thing.
Okay. As far as you remember, all you did was leave Dreadmarrow and spend some time around Fort Wallstrom in the Sink.
Okay.
At that time, it wouldn't have been called the Sink.
Yeah.
It was like a much smaller settlement on the lake, just called Kynan. But yeah.
Maybe I'd find out more information when we get to Fort Wallstrom.
Sounds like a good start.
Yeah.
Are you cooking?
Yeah, I got this. So I'm looking up some of the owlbear too. I think I've still got some of that.
Some of that other owlbear.
Owlbear. Yeah, the owlbear.
Okay, you cook up some of that owlbear meat. This would have happened a little earlier in the past, but with that, a meal is had, and you guys begin to turn in for the night. Some people are crashing on the couch, and after the day you've had, you guys get to sleep pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of foot traveling.
As sleep takes you, you find yourself feeling a sense of dread. And you hear the sound of rainfall and rough waters. You feel like you're on a very small raft that is shifting and rocking with each small change in your balance. And you look ahead of you, you are in a very tiny, tiny room, in an even tinier cage. You feel like your head is stooped down and you barely have any room to move. Your tail is coiled around the back wall of this structure. And in your anger, even though you know it's futile, you slam your head into the side of this structure, and it shifts, and the whole whatever you're on begins to rock, and it is vertigo-inducing, uncomfortable. Looking down, you see these tiny, almost doll-sized controls of some kind with other cages. As you reach out and grab the bars, you look at your hand. What's that?
Can I try to break the bars?
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check using your strength modifier.
Okay.
Does it look like we're hanging above a ship in a cage? Is that the perspective, looking down at the deck?
You are in a structure. You don't see a ship. You get the sense that you are on water, but you are in an somewhat enclosed room. There is some rainwater leaking from above.
So 14.
14. So here's what you do notice.
Mm-hmm.
There's no light source in here.
Okay.
At all.
Can I create a light?
You don't need to, because you can see everything perfectly.
Like dark vision style?
Seems so.
Okay.
Which, as you reach forward and grab this cage to move it, it begins shocking you. And as it does, you see these faint, first off, leathery, scaly skin.
Oh, snap.
And a claw that has not 5, but 4 fingers.
Okay.
Reptilian in nature. With a very small, much smaller than yours hide, barcode on the wrist. As you look down, you don't see human legs. You see joints with sharpened bone and spines sticking out, with claws that are razor sharp. And as you go to question this, as you go to speak, there is no speech coming from your mouth, just a heart-wrenching guttural roar. And you watch as a tiny, tiny person moves quietly from shadow to shadow.
Who's there? Can I shout that or try to shout that out?
As you go to shout that out, your vision locks onto this individual, and it comes out as a predatory roar. And after they disappear behind what looks like a console, there is this red flashing light. An alarm goes off, within your cage, it begins to open. Before it can open all the way, you rip it open,
Yeah.
jump out, and your instinct is just to dive.
Okay.
Through metal, you rip your way through whatever this vessel is and
Okay.
plunge into the cold sea. Like a meteor falling from the sky, you feel yourself diving. From a far distance away, you see Earth rapidly approaching you, and you feel you're falling as though you are in air. You are not in water right now, as Earth is rapidly approaching you. What are you doing?
Just kind of brace to hit the ground.
Okay. As it's coming for you,
This is it. Can I open my jaws?
yeah, you flex your jaws, you hear something snap, and you feel your jaws extend to a very inhuman level. So much so that it's actually slowing you down quite a bit.
Oh, shit.
Yet, whatever insane amount of water this is, you swallow it all going down. As you instinctively brace as you're about to hit the earth, you pass right through it. Once again, falling at the speed through water, now through earth. Just rocketing through to the very center of Dweomerheart. And as you reach the molten core of the planet, you feel yourself just, for the first time in a long time, rolling through the molten rock and metal. Finally, free. Yet, you cannot rest. Not yet. Because you are far too hungry for that. And with that, you shoot awake. All of you who saw this. And you're back in the sink.
I look down at my hands.
Normal.
Okay, we have to
Just
talk
that-
about that.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out.
I'm just in your living room.
Yeah.
Sit up.
You
and
you
look.
you all look around, and Hyde is just kind of looking as shocked as everyone else.
Yeah, I'm just sitting quietly. So you guys saw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Ha-
I didn't.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
What's huge? Oh, did you guys have a dream again?
Yeah, we did.
No.
Wouldn't exactly call that a nice one though.
I think it was. Yeah.
Does someone want to? Yes. I mean,
What the hell was that thing?
I mean, that was you.
Or were we seeing the thing that attacked the sink?
That's what I was thinking.
Wait, but we
The
don't have
meteor-
dreams of other people. That was you, Hyde.
There's no way that could have been me. That thing was way too large.
I mean, it had to be you.
But how?
As a note, thinking back, I mean, here's the thing. You all don't know necessarily how this psionic connection, whatever it is, works. At some point, you don't know if these are memories or if a dream is just a dream. But in that vision, whoever the dreamer was massive. Like the computer consoles, the everything in there was minuscule in comparison. So whatever that was gargantuan.
The only thing I think was something that was that big was what I'd seen in the Grove.
As a note, the thought comes to you, there was an earthquake a few days back.
And that meteorite that we're going to see, that supposed firestone,
Fell from the sky.
maybe it's somehow connected.
Lots of things are falling from the sky.
Yeah. Shit. Well, that thing is under Dweomerheart, and I hope it doesn't try to come up again. Do you think that could have been what had come up through the arena?
Possibly. That thing looked even bigger than what we saw.
Yeah, that's true. Had a barcode on it, kind of like mine.
Yeah, that was you, buddy. I'm just gonna call it here. That's you.
Call a spade, man. I don't.
Right.
I mean,
Let's try
That
not
was
to
a
turn
glimpse
into
in-
that, right?
Yeah, you think that was a glimpse into the future? Because there's no way I can get that big right now. Or how could it be? I'm lost on how this could be. That thing was enormous. Even in my shifted form, I'm nowhere near as big as that thing is.
Well, crazy things can happen, so I'm suddenly reconsidering.
If that thing is me, if that side of me ever comes out, I'll try to be as far away from you guys as I can.
but I mean, I'm more concerned with who had you in that cage
Yeah.
and what they were doing to you. Because if I'm correct, this isn't the first person who's had some experiments done on them.
Yeah.
Maybe connected.
Maybe that manticore thing that we faced.
Yeah, that too.
Maybe we delve deeper
Yeah.
into that and see.
Hey, Farah, Ezra, you two aren't like blood sisters, right?
No.
So you've got which one of your fathers? Somebody worked for. They were part of the Imperium.
It was my father.
Farah, do you know your parents? Or not Farah, sorry, Ezra.
Do I know my parents? I have memories of my father. I have more memories of my mother, but I knew who they were. My father was in the Imperium as well.
Do you guys know what your parents did in the Imperium?
I don't really know. All I know is that my father was a part of the Imperium, and then he went over to the sovereignty when they split. I
So did mine.
Yeah, I don't remember much about him after that.
Yeah, my father was a lieutenant, but for the most part, he was secretly helping out the Royal Alliance.
The who?
Royal Alliance.
Or make a history check.
Yeah. Natural 2. 8.
8.
Wait, why do I have an
Shit.
A next to that? Oh, never mind.
She might be making it up. You don't know.
Right. Royal Alliance.
Wait, did you say Royal Alliance or Rebel Alliance?
Make a history
Royal.
check. No.
Neither.
History check.
the Royal Alliance. Asher, you have
Oh.
no idea.
Yeah, no, I wasn't asking if I knew what it was. I just wasn't sure.
Virgil, you can make a history check.
Oh,
You're old, Virgil.
I mean, yeah.
Happened 5 years ago.
It's like
History.
child.
4.
4.
Nice. Nice.
Once again, this makes even more sense than Dara not knowing. You know, the people within the port of Tempest, not super political. And at that point, most of the factions within that group were associated with the half of the Imperium that ended up being the sovereignty. So there was not really any political strife within the port of Tempest. You guys have no idea.
I failed that check, so can I add a D6 to that to see if?
Is it a
I'm
D6?
not
I
sure.
thought it was a D8.
It went down because I.
Oh,
changed.
that's right. Okay, go ahead and add your D6.
What did I get? 7. 13.
13? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a hard DC. The DC was 10.
I'm gonna tap into Fear's brain, see what the hell she's thinking, because I
So as you're
didn't hear.
you're thinking about it, it comes to you out of nowhere, as this kind of uncanny aspect of your mind kicks in, and you have this rush of memories that honestly were too insignificant for you to even remember, but all of a sudden they're clear as day. The Royal Alliance was essentially a small group of freedom fighters that were loyal to the Imperium after the Imperium fell. They were mainly relegated to some of the outer holds, the wilderness, and their last stand was in Kynan, where about a year ago there was a massacre and they were completely pulverized. And pretty much any hints of the old order or anyone loyal to them was stamped out. It was actually one of the events that caused the sink to be such a such a place so far below the other holds, where there were all these laws put into place that were very oppressive to anyone living within the sink just because of the association with that rebel group.
Interesting.
Okay. I know those people. I don't think they're connected. That doesn't make sense.
And more I look into this whole barcode thing, but what if we find something that could get us in trouble?
Well, I want to look in on who took me when I was a kid and
Yeah.
what
Wait,
government it was or what agency or who those people were. And if something happened to you and you have barcodes, I'd
You
like to
don't know
look into
why?
that as well.
Yeah.
As a note, Daru, just food for thought. By definition, the sovereignty. I mean, you know what year this happened to you.
Yeah, 15 decade and a half ago.
The sovereignty had not quite existed.
Oh.
So that might be pertinent information if that is something you are wondering.
That is important.
You have like a barcode?
Who do you think we can go to safely for information on this kind of stuff?
I mean, my dad was like a paper pusher, and I guess some kind of.
Sorry, I misspoke. The sovereignty did exist at the time. That was right at the onset of it, though, and they were not yet really in Mag City. Mag City was one of the last cities that fell.
Okay.
So that would have happened. Mag City switched over to the sovereignty a year after that happened to you. So once again, maybe pertinent, maybe not, but just to help you put it in perspective.
Yeah.
But you have like an actual barcode.
Yeah. I thought I'd shown you this before.
Can I see it?
Are there numbers on it, or
Yeah,
is it just
Asher, you've for sure seen this.
Oh, that's in Dario.
Oh no,
What?
Daru does not have a barcode.
Oh, okay. I thought he said he also had a barcode.
No.
Barcodes in here.
Can I? Hey, I had an idea.
What's up?
Let me see your barcode.
Okay. I show him my arm.
Is there a way I can scan it with my computer thing?
You can. You'd have to cross-reference it with something, though.
Yeah, well, I just want to get the data on. Just get the numbers into the computer so that way later we can.
Yeah, you can essentially
Cross.
copy the data from that into your gauntlet.
Okay.
But it's
As of right now, it doesn't mean anything. 'Cause
as of right now, it's arbitrary information. But if you could potentially cross-reference it with something.
That'd be a bit more subtle than me going around showing my tattoo.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Now, Hyde.
Yeah.
Nope, not you. Asher
That's me.
and Ezra. Go ahead and make intelligence checks.
13.
What'd you say?
13?
I also.
Oh shit.
Jeez. Everyone's synced.
Yeah.
My God.
I haven't taken off the glasses. That's probably why.
You do remember now, the two of you saw. I mean, you don't know if it's a barcode like this, but you saw a barcode on a creature before.
The two of us?
Yep.
On the, what was it called?
Manticore?
Yeah, was it on the Manticore?
Yep.
You're the only two that were there for this.
You were the only two that were there for that.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wish I'd
Yeah.
gotten a picture of that barcode on the Manticore.
I'm Sweet.
There's a barcode on that thing?
Yeah, there is a barcode on it. It had
Yeah.
something to do with, what was it? Forerunner Labs.
Yeah, Forerunner Labs.
That is something we'll definitely have to look into.
So, how would I put this? The Virgil, Daru, Ezra, Fira would all know the name Forerunner Labs.
Well, you guys.
In fact, now that they bring it up, it is on the map.
Yeah, it's right next to the
It is.
Bluffs.
Oh,
It's part of the rig system. It's well known that there is a private company that has its own rig that it's essentially a biotech company that works out of Forerunner Labs.
Hey, maybe we could find out how much your worst hide.
Maybe we should pay this little island off the coast a visit sometime.
I'm in.
Well, I definitely am. But maybe we should learn a little bit more before we just show up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying right now.
I'm wondering
this
if we could
second.
pay someone. I wonder if we could pay someone in the Thieves Guild to kind of investigate for us while we get other things done. See if they can find out some information for us.
I mean, I don't know if they're really gonna do any favors for us.
He said pay
Yeah,
Oh, we're gonna pay them to?
when he
Yeah.
talks.
I'd be willing to be the safer route.
Okay.
Or we could just see if anyone has any information. Pay for
Yeah,
that.
in the sink somewhere.
Well, I meant, with the guilds, but,
Yeah,
information's not free.
Do you know the name of this guy we're looking for?
yeah. It's what the hell was it? Didn't write it down. I thought I wrote it down. Maybe not. Nope, didn't write it down.
He was a collector for
Yeah.
the Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah.
Old man Jenkins.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did give me a name, didn't he, Alex?
He did.
Okay, I just didn't write it down.
You just didn't write it down.
Well, how many collectors can there be?
Yeah.
7.
Well, then we only have 7 targets.
We can
All
stop
right.
by and ask the person before we leave,
Before we
just to
leave.
make sure.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm up for that.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Oh, Asher.
When you are.
Yeah.
Dara just touches your shoulder, and you feel a weird little twinge in your head. Next time, before you just run off, at least let me know. And then I speak in your head so we can talk unless something goes wrong, It's not lose you again all by yourself.
We already did.
What do you mean?
For the next 4 hours, we can talk to each other as long as we're within a mile.
Oh,
Nice.
I would say, given the progression of your psionic abilities, that's actually going to last 24 hours.
Holy
Shit.
shit.
Fine with me. Okay.
Damn.
Hey.
I said, God damn.
I'm gonna start the fine vehicle. I mean, we're gonna eat and stuff first, right?
Okay.
We have to have
Yeah.
some breakfast.
Yeah, I'll make breakfast for everybody. Yeah.
Okay, so you're having breakfast in the apartment.
What did you make?
Yeah, what'd you make?
French toast. French
Say what I
toast,
think you're going to.
French
Thank you.
toast.
Thank you, Asher. Thank you.
Yeah, fucking French toast. Fine. Why not? Do I need to roll a
I'm sure
cookie?
those eggs are fresh.
Only if you want.
Please don't burn our apartment down.
Uh-oh. Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was the best French toast I've ever goddamn eaten.
So, watching Hyde,
Advantage on rolls.
you guys don't remember owning an apron, but he found an apron.
Oh,
Just kiss the cook.
And you watch as he beautifully makes perfectly sliced French toast. It's like very buttery, perfectly crisped. And it's got the powdered sugar on it. That's in this perfect like S-like zigzag on there. That's just perfectly been sprinkled. It's strange watching Hyde butcher animals and, you know, almost eat combatants whole. It's odd seeing him make this beautifully garnished French toast. And I'll say, Eddie, go ahead and roll a D4 for me.
Okay. That's a 4.
4. For you guys' next combat encounter, you're going to get 140% experience for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Making French toast.
Hell yeah.
It's one of the
I'm
kids'
talking
favorites.
Didn't know you could make such dainty movements, Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
When it's meat, I don't really care. Cook it, salt, pepper, eat it.
I feel bad
That's
eating
what I
this.
like
It's
to-
so beautiful.
I need to stock this
Thank
kitchen
you.
more.
I like to try to kind of get some extravagance with the other type of meals. Something primal just comes out when I'm cooking meat. Hard to focus.
All right, so you guys are very well fed. You're well rested. You feel great. Ezra, you said you were going to start working on the find vehicle spell.
Yeah, I just thought about this. If we ever wanted to check out the Forerunner Labs, we do have a ship.
No, do we still have that?
We have
No,
a
I thought it drifted away.
Nope, that was
no,
the
that
water
was
jug.
the water jug. We do have the ship.
Yeah, we do have the boat.
Oh shit.
Now
You know,
the water
just an
jug thing
idea.
is fresh in my head.
I know.
Yeah, I
I
missed the
mean, just
water
like-
too. That was cool.
We'd have to make like a big giant ship to fit all of us
We can
together,
do
right?
that.
We can
Yeah,
do
but
that.
that'd be obvious.
That, yeah.
I told you the
Yeah.
ship would be more useful than those damn goats.
You can make a rowboat,
You don't know
a
that.
sailboat, or a juggernaut.
Okay.
I mean, we could probably fit on a sailboat, guys.
Yeah, we could all probably.
You could all fit on a rowboat, technically. It might not be comfortable, but you could.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Sail the
You
high
know, just
seas.
an idea, and then I'm gonna get to work on the car. I'm gonna make that Jeep again.
Okay?
And on the side of it, it says, if you want to see the future, find the witch. On it,
Okay.
on the side of it.
Sure. So Ezra, you're out there just crafting this vehicle. After about 10 minutes, it's done. Does anyone else have anything in the sink before you guys take off?
I'm still very confused about my interaction with Rizel. But, you know, other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
Just to pick everyone's brains, didn't she say in the beginning that she would prefer that I take action and shit? And then I was like,
Women be
hey,
like that,
I'm
man.
that's what I was thinking.
Women
like,
be like that.
like, hey, Rizel, I'm gonna start taking action. She's like, don't you fucking talk to me. Like, okay.
Wrong type of
Virgil, you got the sense that when she was originally talking about taking action, it was more about yourself and your own life.
Oh,
You get the sense that she's got kind of a superiority complex and she's got a problem with being summoned
I see that now. Yeah.
when she's definitely like a very prideful creature. And being
Okay.
someone that's trained in religion, that's even for the good angels, that's kind of something that they might be somewhat known for. And the
I don't know how
ones
to
that,
keep to that.
I'll be honest, trying to make an angel happy, much less one that's fallen, good fucking luck.
Fuck it.
I mean, fallen angels literally fall into the ranks of devils sometimes. So it's tricky to, as a mortal, try to appease them. At least from your understanding of that hierarchy with your background in religion.
As immortal is the key
Fair enough.
words right there.
I know. Damn.
All right. So as Virgil feels dejected in the morning, you guys
Yeah.
move along with your jeep. At this point, Fira and Daru, from your experience driving the Displacer Beast and the Speed Elemental, are the only two that are proficient now in piloting a vehicle.
Cool.
Hyde and Asher have some experience as well, so you're not bad, but Fira and Daru are now proficient, given the bond they had with those Spinelli cars. So, who's driving?
Well, do you guys
I'll
want to have
drive.
fun, or do you
If
want
no one's
to
gonna jump, I drive. I'll do it because I gotta drive Miss Daisy.
Okay. So Hyde's behind the wheel.
It's
Okay.
my style.
Okay. Hyde, go ahead and roll 1d20.
Okay. Uh-oh. That's a 4.
Okay.
You're no longer allowed to drive.
Okay. Ezra, roll 4d6.
Oh, shit.
Is that the damage?
I hope not.
That's the hit points.
It's not a good face.
Yeah, wait, give me a second. 6.
6 total.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 10. Which means as this deer shoots out into the road, Hyde swerves, hits a tree. Everyone takes 10 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god.
The vehicle takes 10 points of damage. And it is still functional
Oh,
because of the hit
Okay.
points you rolled.
Maybe Fear Daru should drive.
Fear, I'll drive the broken down car now.
Okay. As a note, Hyde did okay. It was just up until that moment that a fucking deer jumped in front of the car.
Oh yeah, I guess it wasn't really Hyde's fault. Yeah.
Damn right it wasn't.
You're the one who steered me into a tree.
Do you want to keep letting him drive?
No, I like to live.
When do you guys take the wheel? I don't want to break your car.
Okay.
I bow out.
All right. So with that, you begin making your way to Fort Wallstrom. As you get close to the, it's a pretty short drive, maybe about an hour. As you get close to those razor-like cliff edges that mark the southern end of the continent where Fort Wallstrom sits, you begin to kind of slow your speed as it gets a little treacherous up these roads. And you get a sense that within the fort itself, there's not really any space for vehicles. And you see a couple parked along the side, outside the fort. After parking, you approach the gate. And as you do, you see a sort of rotund-looking individual that seems to have orcish blood. And big smile on their face. They're wearing a polo. They've got some sunglasses on. It's a bright day. And as you walk over, they go, "Oh, how's it going there? My name's Spenny. What's your business over here in Fort Wallstrom there?"
Hey, Spenny, I'm Hyde. No, tell him everybody else's name. We've been sent out here by the Hunters Guild to check on somebody. Can I do a history check to see if I can remember that stupid name?
No.
Damn.
If you don't remember, you don't remember.
Cold-blooded.
It's some type of collector that was, I guess, bunkering down here. Hasn't been heard of heard from for a long time.
Oh, be a
Name's Sarge.
smaller feller, sort of bit of a recluse.
A recluse.
It'd be Dr. Goodbarrel.
Does that sound familiar, Hyde?
History check.
I will say
honestly-
that does not
I
sound
honestly
familiar at
don't know.
all.
Okay.
This is Conrad Goodbarrel. The name Conrad
Sure.
does sound vaguely familiar.
Sure. Yeah,
Well, I
that's it.
imagine there's probably not that many collectors bunkering down here, so
Nope,
that's,
here's the
that's
one.
probably our guy.
Yeah, here's the
okay.
good doctor. Yeah, I haven't seen him in shit. About a week now.
You know where his house is?
Yep. It's over there. It's the big one, kind of close to the water. Ever since that shit from the lab started washing up ashore, he's been making up more trips out yonder, doing some bit of the old collecting. But he hasn't been out for a while, so.
Shit from
What
what
shift
lab?
from that? Yeah.
Oh well, there was that a hurricane, or I don't know what they're calling it, but they're saying there was some big issue with the lab over there about maybe a week, 5 days, 10.
What lab?
Well, the rig over just northeast of here.
Forerunner Labs?
Yeah, for the Forerunner rig. You know, we got some folks down here who do a bit of work over there, and they've been they've got nothing now because can't go to work if there's no work to go to. But yeah, some shit went down. They say it's like a hurricane or some kind of natural disaster of sorts. And
Do you know where where these people that used to work there are?
well, let's see. I know Kelly. She worked over at the commissary, and I know one of the. I know a bunch of the fishermen will sell fish there. We get a bit of a farmer's market on Fridays. Actually, it's a bit of a site. We get a bunch of stuff from all over the place. I
Yeah.
recommend it if you're here.
Can we maybe stay on track here?
Well, it's hard. It's making conversation. Also, it's my job as part of the patrol here to just get a sense of who it is I'm sizing up. And but yeah, no problem. I talked to Kelly. She's let's see. She's what's his name? Danig's daughter. She's like medium height. She's got blondish hair.
Where can we find her?
I don't right know. I think her and her pops run a small shop, market by the market. Since that hasn't been going well, so I'd check there. Otherwise, ask around. I don't really know. But yeah, the old man lives over down there. If you want to talk to Kelly, check out the market district. And just have you sign in, please.
Yeah, sure.
Instead your hunters, just go ahead and mark. You can just say contractor over here in this section here. Yep.
That works.
There you go. Don't worry about the date. I'll fill that in. I just draw a line through it. Makes it easier.
Do we have to all fill this out or just one of them?
Yep, all of you. Unless any of you all want to wait outside, that'd be fine too.
All right.
All right.
Nah,
Sign in.
I'm good. I'll fill
Okay,
it.
so y'all sign in. You walk into the fort. A few of you have been here before. Where exactly would you like to go? It's pretty small. It's pretty much just residential areas. There's a small market, and then there's the estates, which have the nicer houses where you imagine the collector's place would be.
I think we should go to the collector first and then check
Yeah.
with Kelly afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We're
Sure.
doing this.
Okay. Let me see. So sorry, where were you going exactly?
To the collector's house?
Yeah.
Collector's
the
house.
old house.
See if there's
Yeah.
a dead body in there.
Okay.
I have my
As
hopes up.
you okay, as you approach the large manor, the smell of salty ocean water and kind of wood rot already begins to hit your nose. As you approach, this place is not very well taken care of at all. It's a very nice home, but it's just in a state of constant disrepair. You see the windows appear to be boarded up, and there's a very, very small lawn out front that is completely overgrown. As you approach, there's a large door knocker.
So use that and knock on the door.
And you knock on the door. It seems to echo throughout the home. You wait.
I'm gonna try the doorknob.
When you try the doorknob, locked.
Can I lockpick it?
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do. I can.
You want to try to lockpick it?
I mean, are we just going to break in the front? Is there
I want to announce, I'm saying check, see if we can find a window, but if not, I want to call out like, Mr. Goodbarrel, it's Tied with the Hunters Guild.
No response.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking around, looking for any signs of forced entry or anything out of place.
Okay.
Open a window.
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 17.
17. As you look around, there do not appear to be any signs of a forced entry. You do see a window kind of on the side, and getting on your tippy toes, you can kind of see through the dirt and the grime and the dust. It looks like an abandoned home.
Can I look for foot tracks in the stand in the dirt, maybe?
Sure. Make a survival check.
Okay. Let's see. So that's a natural 16. Give me 1 second here. Survival. 18.
18?
Yeah.
Looking around, you do see a couple very old foot tracks that go into the front door with what appears to be like a wheelbarrow, like two little track marks.
Well, nothing indicates left. So
should we go on the back door instead of right out front where people have an easier time of seeing us?
Yeah, we'll go try the back door and see if it's unlocked.
So there was no back door into this home.
Oh, there isn't.
There was a window. There was a window. You could attempt to either.
Try the window.
Yeah, it's a little high up, but.
I'll pick up Ezra.
Okay. I just picks you up, Ezra.
This works.
Okay.
Try to check the window, see if it's open.
It's locked. You go to open it, it's locked.
I'm gonna take out my ram skull and try to hit it and break the glass.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
That's a natural one.
So Ezra, you take this ram skull and you break through the window. You pull back. There is a huge fucking shard of.
Oh shit! Okay.
You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
As you like pull out this shard, just covered in your blood. The window's kind of broken-ish, but you'd still have to break it a lot more to get through safely.
Yeah, Hyde, I think we're just gonna have to break down the front door.
Why the hell did you break the damn window?
Why are we breaking down
why are we
anything?
doing this? I'll go unlock the first
Virgil's is there with his arms crossed, like.
Dara, make a thieves' tool check.
Didn't know you were going to smash the damn window, Ezra.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Tap it.
A natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Dara, as you hear the glass break, you actually just finished unlocking the door. No one saw you. You turn over and you see Ezra pulling this huge shard of glass out of her arm, and they just look at you and you kind of nod back over the door. You all walk around. The door's already open.
Stop breaking things, Ezra.
Sorry.
We're going to end up having to pay for that.
I want to ask Daru in these camps if he could show me how to do that.
As soon as you start speaking gibberish, basically, Where the hell did you learn that, kid?
I was kind of doing some research.
Anybody
Got the
that...
internet.
Okay. I'd stay away from those circles. Anybody that speaks like this doesn't really do anything good.
Well, I speak like that, and you speak like that. But we're pretty good people.
Well, sometimes.
Doro, it is kind of off-putting because this is not information you can just find. You don't know where he got it, but he all of a sudden is fluent in this language that you're absolutely right is not something that is really taken lightly, and it's only spoken in very specific scenarios. So it is a little concerning.
Yeah. This 14-year-old. Like,
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those, like, where did you learn that moments, for sure.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I am in an 18-year-old body.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll give you that now. But, no, I'm not going to teach you how to break into people's houses.
You're not going to teach me how to use a lockpick?
Only if you promise not to break into people's houses with it.
Deal.
Okay. Later, though, and you have to buy your own.
Deal.
You're the stealthiest, though, so want to go in there?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay.
I'm going to go full stealth mode.
I'll follow the kid in.
Okay. Asher, make a stealth check for me and a perception check.
Stealth is 28.
Okay.
Perception is 15.
Okay.
Is it dark in here?
It is dark in here.
Can Hyde still see me?
Yeah, it's funny. As Asher enters the room, you lose sight of him. It's almost as though the shadows sort of cling to him, and he almost just becomes invisible. It's that uncanny thing that he's always done. It's not him being stealthy. It's like, for whatever reason, he fucking disappears in darkness. So as you go in to follow him in there, he takes a step in, you take a step in behind him, and you're like, he's gone.
I want to call out to Mr. Good Barrel again. Is anybody here? Name's Hyde. I'm with the Hunters Guild, just kind of looking around. What do I smell, too, by the way?
It smells like an old house.
Okay, nothing specific, though?
You don't smell death. You don't smell rot.
Okay.
Make a perception check, though.
Okay.
Is everybody
Is
inside?
at advantage or no?
It's up to you guys.
I'm still outside.
Why would it be an advantage?
I have no idea.
Good question.
So, 15.
15?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a 15.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Okay. How many floors is this building?
It appears to be 3 floors.
Holy shit. Okay. Like basement, first level, second level, or
You have no
straight
idea
up?
if there's a basement.
Okay.
So it's 3 as far as you know.
Pretty tall.
Yeah, it's a big ass building. All right. I'm
What
gonna
do I
start.
see?
How about we
Okay, so
send 2 people to each level to look through?
As you guys begin to kind of peek through the door, what you see is there's a large desk, almost like something you would see in like a hotel room or something. There's just this almost booth-like area up front, with a large carpet, beautiful chandelier up top. There's actually 2 chandeliers, kind of right next to each other. It's a little bit much. You're like, That's kind of gaudy to have two crystal chandeliers literally right next to each other. And looking across the room, there's two tables kind of perfectly symmetrically there, and then a series of bookcases just full of books. One of the bookcases appears to be empty. Other than that, the rest have been filled with books.
That's suspicious.
I'll step in further and digitize the torch that Virgil gave me and just let it float up towards the center of the room and light it.
Okay. You snap your fingers and it
Give
lights.
everybody light.
Scared the hell out of me.
Sorry. I'll just let it follow us around, at least where I'm going.
Okay. Where is everybody going?
I'm gonna make my way upstairs, and one thing I was gonna ask: is there a lot of like dust on the floor to like see maybe footprints through there, or how long it's been since someone's been in here? Is there a lot of dust on stuff, or
there's a decent amount, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna slowly make my way upstairs then, just constantly like calling out to them.
Want to go to the middle
Make
floor?
sure my presence is known.
I'm gonna stick
trying
with Asher.
Okay, so who's pairing with who then?
Virgil and I. Virgil, do you have dark vision?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll pair with Virgil.
Okay, Virgil.
Stay in the main floor.
Okay, Fira's on floor 1.
I'll stay on floor 1 with her, and I want to try to look for a basement too.
I'll
We'll
go
take,
to the third
floor
floor
two.
with Hyde.
We'll take
Can
floor 2.
Ezra, do you have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry,
about that.
Hyde and Daru are where?
Third floor.
Third.
We're heading upstairs.
So you're going all the way up.
Well, I was gonna go to second floor, take a look around and clear it, and then go to the third floor after that.
Okay.
Virgil and I are taking the second floor.
Okay. So
Oh, shit. Cat.
Oh my god.
My brother.
So let's see. So you
My
guys are all kind
brother.
of splitting up here. We'll start with Fira and Ezra.
Can so we're still where we started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I look through like the ridges of the bookshelf? Is it against the wall?
There are 4 bookshelves. It's strange. They're kind of symmetric. There's 4 bookshelves on the western corner of this large room, and there's 3 on the eastern.
Okay, I'll try
Oh.
just like see if I feel any air on any of them.
Like looking for like a draft
Like a
or something?
trapdoor. Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna be
That's
trying to help
3.
Fira, but I'm just kind of watching her.
Okay. You're watching Fira.
Yeah.
Ezra, Fira, you're kind of going through looking for a draft. You don't sense any changes of the air. The air is extremely still in here. It's
Okay.
weird. It almost feels like the whole house is like holding its breath. It's odd. Like there is no air movement whatsoever. It's almost a little. It's a little chilling. It makes
Okay.
you roll. Ezra, this is boring as fuck. This sucks. Like you looked around and you're like, whoever this was like the most boring motherfucker ever. There's just like books on nothing interesting. There's weird like it's shit that no one should be collecting. It's like old helmets, like historical things, but nothing cool.
Yeah.
Like there's no weapons. There's like 2 swords, but they're super dull, and you can actually tell they're not real swords. It's like part of a mantelpiece. It sucks here.
Sucks. Okay. I'm just
you're
gonna go
super
sit
bored.
down at the front desk, put my boots up, and then just chill.
There's no chair.
Fuck.
God.
You go to the booth and you're like, what is this for? And you're like, obviously it's a bar. There's no booze under it. There's just like, it's just a booth with nothing on it. You don't understand the purpose of it. This place sucks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down, just wait.
Okay. Okay. You sit down on the booth and just kind of watch Fira. Fira, you're muddling around with the bookshelves. The books are on. There's a lot of things on linguistics, geography. Nothing inherently interesting, like histories of different like societies, none of which you've really heard of. So that's what the girls find for now. Moving on to the second floor, Virgil and Asher.
Yeah, what does it the second floor look like?
So moving over to the second floor, there is a spiral staircase that leads into this large wooden room that's just got a desk, like a nightstand almost, or a coffee table with some fake flowers. Other than that, there's a slew of rooms around. One appears to be the kitchen. On doing a brief glance, it goes into a dining room. Then there's like this lounge area, and then you look over. The guy's got a pool table.
Nice. Is there like an office anywhere here on this level?
Hey, you keep going, buddy. Get to your floor.
Not on the second level.
All right.
So Heidi, you did a quick walk around. You don't see an office here. You move up to the third.
Okay.
Asher or Daru, Asher and Virgil, is there anything you guys want to check out specifically? There appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms total, including the main one you came up in.
Is there any of the bedrooms?
There is one bedroom.
I'll let you go in there.
I'm gonna stick close to Asher, but also help him look.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Both of you.
Investigate.
25.
17. 35?
25.
25?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what kind of game we playing here?
Okay. As you go in, you see there's a very nice stately bed. There's a bunch of cluttered shit around here, just all over. Some of the things appear to be like, I mean, you can tell this guy's a collector because he's got a lot of the same shit. Especially, like, oftentimes he'll have just like 2 copies of one thing for no reason. Doesn't really make sense. But it's just a bunch of kind of useless baubles, a couple little necklaces, things like that. He's got 2 jewelry boxes. As you look in them, they're both empty. And he's got a large chest in front of his, like at the foot of his bed. And then there's a second large chest, identical, kind of across the room, just like catty corner to it. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Go ahead, Asher.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what you see.
What's in the chest?
Yeah, what's in the chest?
You go over to check out the chest. Which one?
The one next to the bed.
The one next to the bed? Locked.
What about the other one?
Go to the other one?
Yeah.
Not locked. You open it?
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
looks completely empty. Like, spotless.
Does it look like the inside is the same dimensions as the outside?
Yeah, it's not like a what do you call it? It's not an extra dimensional space.
I mean, like there's not like a secret compartment in the box.
Yeah, but then you go through, there's nothing there. It's just an empty chest.
Can I go to the locked? What's locked in? Excuse me. English is hard. What is locking the trunk?
There's just a locking mechanism. It looks like you need a key to open it. It's like
So-
it's like a latch on the front of it.
Can I melt the latch with my radiant light?
Is that a spell or?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
You don't want to. You don't want to
Couple
melt the
spells I
box.
can do. Well, how about this? Let's do chill touch.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if that even means it's necrotic. Never mind. I thought
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
nice
ice.
and cold.
I
Freeze
apologize.
the
Worst
lock.
named
Can I
spell ever.
condense my Scourge aura and Scourge strike into my hands rather than bursting in flames?
Probably not. You can try to smite it while you're scourging.
You're gonna light the house on fire.
Yeah.
It might damage some of the objects in the room.
Or
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, never mind. Just
So we didn't see a key anywhere.
No, you didn't see a key.
I want to continue searching the rooms.
You can't
Okay.
pick locks, Asher?
I don't have keys to it.
I'm hold on. What do I have?
Okay.
Stake, holy water, holy symbol, crowbar.
We'll get back to you guys.
You have a crowbar?
I We'll get back to you guys.
Yeah.
Hyde and
Yep.
Sorry.
Daru.
So I forgot with my new duster, I get advantage on perception checks.
What? Really?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
he told me. Advantage on
Make a-
initiative
make-
and perception.
That's right.
checks.
Make a perception check. Because the third room is actually just one chamber. It appears to be this guy's like actual chamber.
Okay. So
If
let's
there's a
see.
doorway going in, I'd like to check for pressure plates or anything.
It's more of an archway. There's not an actual door. But you make an investigation check.
So I got a 14 on my perception.
Okay, 14.
Nothing special, but yeah.
Daru, go ahead and make a perception check.
22 for the investigation.
Holy shit.
4 for perception.
A blind Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Focused.
Okay. You said 4 for perception,
Yeah.
and Hyde, you got a 14.
Yes.
Okay. Daru, as you enter the room, you look out of the corner of your eye. There's a bed and a nightstand. It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Okay.
You swear that like you saw movement somewhere in the room. Like
It's a fucking cat.
no, not you, Hyde. You didn't see anything. You're pretty confident you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But Daru, you kind of go in and you're like, I feel like I saw something move. I don't know. I like you're feeling a little scared being in here because it's a scary house.
Must have been the wind.
Can I like smell to see if I smell like a fucking cat or something?
Yeah, you do not smell anything.
Okay. Essentially what I'm looking for is like a notebook or a journal or something, maybe by the bed that would kind of tell me as to where or what he was getting into.
Okay.
Ledger or
You're,
something.
you're kind of looking around. Daru,
I'll go
were you
over
look-
to where I thought I saw movement.
okay. You go over to where you thought you saw movement. It was by his nightstand, like out of the corner of your eye, you thought you saw something. There doesn't appear to be anything there. There's just what looks like 2 coffee cups. And you're like, maybe it was a kind of a trick of the light with one of the cups. So I don't know. But there's 2 coffee cups and there's a journal.
Are the coffee cups warm?
You go and touch them.
Yeah.
One is empty, one is ice cold.
Oh, okay.
Wait, like it has liquid in it?
It does.
Oh, okay.
You smell it. It smells like tea.
What kind of tea, Alex?
Perhaps an oolong. It's moldy. It's moldy though.
Oh, gross.
There does appear to be a journal.
Okay, cool. What does it say?
It appears to be a log of a bunch of things you've been collecting, transactions between people. Towards the end, it begins to document hearing a rumor from some of the sailors that crates have been washing ashore since Forerunner Labs had sunk. And he said one of the crates was just filled with what appeared to be very expensive, like scientific equipment, like lab stuff, like alchemy kit, microscopes, things like that.
Okay.
Well, so much for going to Forerunner.
What is that?
What? Because it sunk. Isn't that what that book
Wait.
just said? Isn't that what it says right here?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Dyslexic.
I understand.
I skip over things. Well,
Go to
shit.
beach.
Yeah, that'll be our best bet and see if we can track him down through that.
I'm gonna look under the bed real quick.
You look under the bed. You don't really see anything.
I was getting
It's pretty
scared now.
empty. Yeah,
And I fucking
will say
wish
this.
he was there. I fucking wish so hard that he
I
was
half
there.
expected a fucking
like
cat
hiding
to
in there.
like jump out at it.
You kind of having that thought. You're like, "Oh, God, please don't be something under the bed. You look, nothing. You take a step back. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw,
Oh, please.
Mr.
fail.
Human.
Hey, I have a floating torch next to me.
You do. It's still dim in here.
17.
17. You trip on something. You begin to fall backwards. You turn and catch yourself kind of kneeling, and you're face to face with what looks like a taxidermied bear.
Ugh.
There's a bear carpet in here. And you look over at what you tripped on, a second bear carpet facing each other. And it's just like,
This guy's weird.
Yeah, you can say that again. But he's not here, so
doesn't appear to be.
yeah. Let's go make sure the other guys aren't getting into trouble down there. I'm gonna head back down.
Okay. You head down.
Go meet up with Virgil and Asher.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, you walk in and find Virgil and Asher. Fira, Ezra, what are you guys doing? Are you staying here, or are you going upstairs, searching around more? You just kind of checked out the bookcases.
Yeah. I want to cast resistance on myself and then maybe explore more of the first floor.
Okay.
Yeah, were there any other rooms on this first floor?
Yeah, there was a lounge area. Let me see, and what looked like a fireplace by the end of the room, and what looks like almost like a servant's quarters or something like that.
Ooh, can I go into the servants' quarters?
Okay, you go into the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Fira, you're checking out the same room as Ezra, or are you going to the larger lounge area? That's the one that had the staircase that everyone walked through.
I'll go to the servants' room.
Okay, both of you guys make investigation checks.
I got a natural one.
Okay.
Hold
Okay. Ezra, as you walk in, you look in here, super boring again. There doesn't appear to be anything. But looking on the nightstand, you find this nice wooden necklace. It's like it's a little hefty, but it's it almost looks like a little bit like someone what do you call it? Carved it by hand out of like wood bits.
Mm-hmm.
Making just kind of different shapes and like sea creatures, things like that. It's really looks kind of cool.
Did I touch it?
You touch it?
Nothing happens?
No, you live.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Grab it. What are you putting it somewhere? Do you put it on? Are you?
I want to show it to Fira. Fira.
You should show it to Fira. She's got this
I
nice
think
like
this
little.
would look really good on you.
We're here to find someone, not take his stuff.
Yeah, I if I see this, I'm like, hey, stop.
You're definitely not there.
Damn it.
Okay.
I got a
Later.
camp, by the way.
12. Yeah, Fira, you walk in. Looking around once more, it's just there's a single bed, and there's a table, just one chair. It looks like there's actually some like a plate set, like ready to go for dinner, on one side of the table. On the other side of the table, there's a plate set ready to go for dinner.
Like there's food on it?
There's not food, it's just like there's a plate set ready for dinner.
Okay.
Everything is mirrored.
It's not mirrored.
Or like
there's
two.
It's
Huh.
how do I put this? It's just a table with one chair, two plates. That's
And
it.
there's two
One
men.
chair.
Two plates.
One chair, two plates.
Okay.
Are we
Oh,
there?
no, it's clean. You're not there. They're on the other side. So Hyde, Daru, come back down to meet Virgil.
I'll put
Asher.
the thing away before they come into the room.
No, they're not coming to you. No one's
Oh,
coming.
Okay, I'll put the.
Are you
I'll
Are you stashing it?
Yeah, when Fear's not looking, I'll stash it.
Is Virgil messing with that lock of that chest?
Sure, with a crowbar.
Hey! I'm gonna
So
stop it.
Virgil, make a
Hey.
strength check.
No. God damn
As
it.
you say, DM. As you say.
As Daru and Hyde walk in.
Whoa.
Strength check. Strength. 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Asher, are you helping?
That strength is minus, so I'm sure I'm on.
Okay, so you're not helping.
I would. Yeah, sure, I'll help.
Jump on the end of that crowbar.
Roll a strength check.
10 total.
10. Okay. With that, you walk in, you see Asher like dip on the crowbar, and Virgil leaning on it, and it breaks.
God
The
damn it.
crowbar breaks or the lock?
The lock.
Oh, awesome. What's in the
What's in
chest?
the chest?
What's in the chest?
You open it.
What's in the box?
Appears to be a bunch of microscopes, alchemist kits, herbalism kits, that all very nice, like state-of-the-art tech, but it all says Forerunner Labs on it.
I don't
Hey
think
guys.
he owns this stuff.
Can I take some of this herbalism kit?
Hey.
Yeah, you can take it.
I wouldn't.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop them from
Daru,
doing that.
looking
Huh?
through, there's also a synthesizer and a desynth.
Oh, I need one of those.
What do you
God
guys?
damn it, I feel like I'm the only adult watching with the goddamn kids.
As I'm digging through his stuff, I'm gonna say, yeah, we found a journal upstairs. Forerunner Labs sunk. This is all from there.
I'm gonna say
Wait, Forerunner
I was just
Labs
thinking this as a
stunk?
gift, and I'm gonna look
I
ashamed
guess so.
when I put it back.
Don't put. Well, first of all, we open the chest because we're looking for clues.
So you look through, you can take whatever you want, but at the
Jesus.
bottom you do find another box, like small jewelry box.
What's in it?
You open it,
Yeah.
it's strange. It's like it's actually not like a jewelry box. It's like a metal case, almost like a briefcase.
Okay.
But very, very small, and it's got like a little latch on it, not locked. You open it, and it's just this very high-tech looking casing, but inside there's just this gorgeous golden coin.
I take cent coin.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd like to inspect that point.
Make an investigation check.
I do pocket an extra synth and desynth though.
Okay.
28.
28. You look over the coin. It's beautiful. It almost looks too perfect. But as you look over it, it does have a bit of an imperfection. The face of it looks like the face of an elven king. You turn it to the other side, and it's just got this beautiful, like, elven city with, like, waterfalls coming down it or something like that, all etched in the gold. On the very bottom of the coin on that side, there's this, like, faint bit of rust. Like, the only imperfection on this otherwise beautifully perfect coin.
So I take the fancy case, put the coin back in it, put said case in my satchel.
Okay.
Were there any computers on this floor?
What's that?
Were there any computers on this floor?
No, you've not seen any computers.
Hey, was there any computers upstairs, you guys?
No, there were no computers. And you guys do understand we're here to find somebody, not rob him.
Yeah, do you understand we're here to find clues? And that's what we're doing.
I mean, this isn't even his stuff. It washed up on a
he
shore.
stole it.
I don't feel bad about taking this.
We're recollecting.
If we find him and he reports that like his shit was stolen, you guys can explain that to the guild.
Okay, and we'll say, hey, you got it from Dweomerheart Labs legally.
Ezra, you hear a lot of like creaking and foot movement from above you, and faintly hear the voices of Asher and Daru and them.
Okay. Fira, do you want to go back upstairs?
I kind of want to inspect the fire. What do you call it?
The fireplace?
Yes, that.
Okay. Make give me a perception check, both of you.
I got 22.
22. 11.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get back to you guys. Asher and Daru and Virgil Hyde. What are you guys doing at this point?
I'm going to head all the way downstairs.
We gotta look in the rest of the rooms, I guess. We want to look in this one room.
I'll help Asher look.
Okay. As a note, I should say, I'll let you guys know what you see, even if you heard someone else say it, just because I want to keep track of who's seeing what, just in case someone wants to investigate something. Second floor. So third floor team went to second floor. Daru and Hyde, briefly looking into that room that you were in, you saw a bedroom. The bed's kind of all the way off in a corner. There's a chest that was opened. Another one over here that was closed. What do you call it? A wardrobe over here and a desk. The desk had 2 jewelry boxes, which appeared to be empty. Was there anything else you guys want to interact with?
Check under
is there anything in the closet in the wardrobe closet?
Okay, you go and open the wardrobe.
Yeah.
As you make an investigation check, Daru, what are you doing?
Checking under the bed.
You want to check under the bed? Okay. Investigation check for you, Daru.
Let's see. 11.
13. If that fails anything, 18.
Okay. Daru, look under. You can't really see very well down here, but as far as you can tell, looks pretty clear.
Okay.
As you go to stand up, your hand is wet.
Is there anything on it?
Touch it. It's hard. You don't see anything. It's a little dark in here, but you don't see anything.
I rush up to the torch and hold my hand up to the torch.
You hold your hand up to it, It is slick. And there's something viscous and like kind of almost mucusy on it.
Hide, lift up the hide.
Yeah,
Come
what's
lift
up?
this
You
bed.
you turn around to look over at Hyde, and you see one of the chests is standing on two humanoid legs.
Fuck
Oh my
off.
Its
God,
mouth
fuck
is
yeah!
wide open,
You
and
did it.
you
Hyde.
turn, and it
Fuck yeah. I love
You
it.
fucking Dark Souled it?
Yeah, he Dark Souled it.
that's a
Fucking
22 to hit
Hey, who?
Misses.
against you, Hyde.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that hits.
Light a fireplace. Fuck yeah.
We crowbarred a chest. God.
The one that you crowbarred is still there. The one that had nothing in it is gone.
Oh, that's
Or
so,
rather,
that's
Hyde is
scary.
now
It's a
inside of
mimic.
it.
Oh,
Fucker
I'm
keeps a
inside of the
mimic.
fucking thing.
It's a mimic.
Well,
In his
it's
house.
picked you up off the ground. You
Jesus.
take 10 points of damage and you are grappled, like picked up off the air.
Holy shit. Okay.
You also suffer 4 points of acid damage, which, Daru, you also begin to suffer as that adhesive substance on you is beginning to burn.
For another 4 points.
4 points for you, Daru.
Okay.
Fira, as you step out and begin to go upstairs, you hear this sudden shuffle from upstairs. And then you go to move that way, and you stop. Something about this room is different. There's only one of those chandeliers now.
Oh no.
Oh, god damn it.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh,
Oh,
son of
no.
a bitch. Seriously?
Guys, this is a very bad house.
Yeah.
It's a full of
Monster
fucking
house.
mimics. That's what it is. It's full of fucking mimics.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We need, yeah, maybe the mimics ate him.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Where's
I
that
was-
chair at? Where's that missing chair at?
Was so looking forward to this side quest. I'm so happy right now.
We
And
are
then you
fucked.
just get to like tease us with it. Like,
I
oh,
think
yeah,
my
bonus action
favorite
now.
video game ever was Prey.
Oh,
Walking around being
Yeah.
afraid of like coffee
Yeah.
cups and shit. Just like walking to a room and you just faintly see the coffee cup just like
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Good
actually
luck,
very far
everybody.
in that game because it was too scary.
Yeah.
I was
I
afraid
did not
all the
expect
time.
that there to be mimics in there. I don't even know why they didn't. Yeah. Damn
I
it.
didn't even think about it.
I just thought he was a weird fucking